Margaret leaned closer, her voice soft. You mean it, Carl? I'm a man of my word, he said, slipping her $200. Buy yourself something pretty. Chloe's affair with Tom escalated too, until his wife Linda caught wind of it. One scorching afternoon, Linda stormed to the cabin, her face red with fury. Where's that homewrecker? She shouted. Chloe stepped outside, flipping her hair. Who's yelling like a banshee? You're sleeping with my husband, Linda roared. 18 years of marriage and you think you can ruin it? Chloe laughed coldly. Tom came to me, lady. Look at you, worn out, no style. No wonder he's bored. Linda's hands shook. Stay away from him, or you'll regret it. Try me, Chloe snapped, turning away. Edward overheard from the porch, his heart sinking. Chloe, is this true? He asked, his voice low. She shrugged. So what? You dragged us here, Dad. I'm doing what I have to. Edward's face crumpled. You're breaking a family, Chloe. This isn't you. It's survival, she retorted. You failed us. Don't lecture me. Nathan watched, his fists clenched, but stayed silent, his loyalty to his father unwavering. Margaret's dream of a new life with Carl crumbled when his wife, Evelyn, confronted her outside the inn. You think you're special? Evelyn sneered, her arms crossed. Carl's been promising women condos for years. That watch? Fake. His mill's barely afloat. Margaret's face paled. You're lying. Ask him, Evelyn said, tossing a cheap bracelet at her feet. He gave me one too. Furious, Margaret marched to Carl's room. Is it true? She demanded. Are you a fraud? Carl smirked, unbothered. You believed what you wanted. Margaret. You left your husband for a few bucks and some sweet talk. Who's the fool? Margaret's eyes filled with tears. You used me. You used yourself, Carl said, waving her out. Go back to your cabin. As she stumbled home, villagers whispered and laughed. There's the city woman, one said. Thought she'd snag the rich man. Margaret's pride shattered, each step heavier than the last. That evening, Edward confronted her outside the cabin. The village is talking, Margaret. They say you fought Carl's wife over him. I'm ashamed. Margaret's eyes flashed. Ashamed? You brought us to this hellhole. You failed us, Edward. You failed yourself, he said, his voice breaking. I gave you everything. And you chased a con man for pocket change. Margaret laughed bitterly. You're nothing now. I'd rather stay here than follow a broken man. Edward nodded, his heart heavy. So be it. The next morning, he packed a small bag. I got a job in the city, he told Margaret. Security guard. Nathan's coming with me. She laughed mockingly. A security guard? You're pathetic. Go. I'm better off here. Chloe smirked. Good riddance. This cabin's ours now. Nathan hugged his father. Let's go, Dad. We don't need this. In the city, Edward led Nathan to a gated estate in Westchester, its iron gates gleaming under the sun. Nathan frowned. Dad, is this where you work? Edward smiled, pulling out a remote. The gates opened, revealing a mansion with ivy covered, walls and a sparkling fountain. No, Nathan, this is our home. Nathan's jaw dropped. Ours? But how? Edward sighed, guiding him inside. The foyer was grand, marble floors, crystal chandeliers. We were never broke, son. I sold the Greenwich house to test you all. I needed to know who loved me, not my money. Nathan's eyes widened. So the cabin, the village, it was all a lie? A test, Edward corrected. You passed, Nathan. You stayed by me, no matter what. Your mother and Chloe. They chose differently. Nathan's face fell. I wish they'd seen you like... I do. Edward hugged him. We can't change them, but we can build something real here. They walked through the house, planning a new life. Nathan touched the leather sofas, his voice soft. Let's make this a home, Dad. For us. Back in Vermont, Margaret and Chloe reveled in their freedom. They laughed, plotting new schemes. I met a bar owner, Chloe said. He's loaded. I'm moving in with him. Margaret grinned. And I've got my eye on a farmer with land. We'll rise again, Chloe. But their laughter stopped when a villager, Amos, arrived with news. Saw your husband in the city, he said, holding a newspaper. He's living in a mansion. Folks say he's richer than ever. Margaret scoffed. Nonsense. Edward's a security guard. Amos shook his head. Saw him open the gate myself. He's no guard. You misjudged him. Chloe's smirk faded. You're lying. Dad's broke. Believe what you want, Amos said, walking away. But pride's a heavy load. Margaret's laughter turned hollow. Doubt crept in, but she pushed it down. He's nothing, she told Chloe. We're better off. Months later, Edward and Nathan thrived in their new home. Nathan enrolled in college, studying business to join his father's empire. Edward rebuilt his companies, but this time he focused on charity, building shelters, funding scholarships. Wealth means nothing without purpose, he told Nathan. One evening, a knock came at the gate. Margaret and Chloe stood there, their faces weary. Edward, Margaret said, her voice small. We heard about the house. We made mistakes. Chloe nodded, tears in her eyes. I'm sorry, Dad. I was selfish. Edward looked at them, his heart torn. You hurt me, he said, but you're still family. Come in. Let's talk. They stepped, inside, humbled by the warmth of the home they'd once taken for granted. Over dinner, Edward laid out his terms. No more lies. No more chasing money. If you want to be here, you earn it. With honesty. Margaret wiped her eyes. I want to try, Edward. I lost myself. Chloe hugged Nathan. I want to be better, for you and Dad. It wasn't perfect, but it was a start. As the family sat together, the rain outside softened, mirroring the healing within. For Edward's 60-plus audience, the story was a mirror, reflecting sacrifice, betrayal, and the redemptive power of love. Wealth could buy a house, but only truth could build a home.